Capital Ideas is a great way to learn about your prospective investor and what you need to bring to the table when you meet them. But what happens if you actually run into one of them at an event, a gala or a dinner? In fact, how do you go about making contacts at events like these? You, my friend, need to learn the art of the shmooze, and our resident schmoozer, Sudhir Syal, is going to tell you exactly how.
The next book is going to be about the art of enchantment, how to enchant people.
The art of schmoozing.
Schmoozing, influencing, selling, evangelizing.
Guys, next book might have all the answers. But if you don't want to wait till then...
Hey, you Fresned? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I like your videos, man. Oh, thanks. Hey, you Fresned? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I never really liked your videos.
And can't fathom all those internet how-to videos, we might just have the answers. How important is networking for an early stage entrepreneur? Someone who can certainly answer that is Manak Singh, Executive Director of Time Mumbai. Mentoring entrepreneurs of all hues and shades is what keeps him busy.
I think to be an entrepreneur, you've got to be good with people. And it should not necessarily be the approach cannot be as pipeline with, hey, what am I going to get out of it? I think you just need to connect with more and more people.
So, you've figured out where that next big event is going to happen and you've enrolled yourself. What happens next? Well, as Shalan Jain, founder of 10 Miles, a web startup, tells us, your networking preparation begins well before the event does.
These days, the events provide you an opportunity to know who are coming. For example, if you are attending a NASSCOM event, they have a Facebook group where you know who's coming around. So you can do your homework. So you would know their faces, you would know half the things about them. So it's a good thing to introduce yourself and just give a hint that you know a little bit about them. That gives them the confidence to actually kickstart a good conversation.
Most times, it really isn't that easy. With big crowds around the real rock stars at any conference, getting to them can be quite a challenge. Silicon Valley veteran Indus Khaitan tells us how one should think and act out of the box in such situations.
You know, when the setup is being done, probably the speaker has arrived early and he's kind of, making room for himself. So that speaker whom you try to meet after the conference or after the session, you'd catch him up for 20 minutes just before the actual session being started.
Once you do get a hold of the person you want to meet, it's also important to make maximum use of it.
There's a concept called as high concept pitch. You have to explain the idea in one sentence. So if you're a slide share, you say, we are YouTube for PowerPoints. That would strike the idea, hand over the business card, take his card and follow up. Remember, we met and I told you that we are YouTube for PowerPoints. He'll recollect that.
If all else fails and you still can't succeed, you could go for the completely bizarre and try some of these strategies.
There was a talk by Om Malik of GigaOm. So I, along with other people, were mobbing Om Malik. One guy came with a $100 bill and said, Om, that's your $100 bill on the floor. You'll not believe me. Om bent down, picked that $100 bill up. And that guy said, oh, sorry, it was just a trick to get your attention. That's my $100 bill. That ensued a conversation with him and Om for next 5 minutes, and we were just looking at him and Om.
We have a very interesting member who has a very interesting way of one-to-many or mass networking. At most large conferences, he makes sure that he asks one question. But in that question, the big thing that he does is introduces himself very well. The question becomes irrelevant.
Post-event, experts suggest that you send out a personalized email to all those you want to get in touch with. Make sure you send it within 3 to 4 days. And do remember to keep it brief. With multiple years of networking under his belt, Manak sums it up for us and identifies the 3 qualities of a good networker.
Engage with somebody, not necessarily with a set agenda, because you never know what can come out of an interaction. Because when you have a set agenda, you have your pipeline. Second, you're proactive. As an entrepreneur, you've got to be proactive. So go, meet people because you enjoy meeting them. And third, like we discussed, I think you follow up.
With a surge of startup events in recent times, entrepreneurs have a number of opportunities to show up and show off their schmoozer side.
So now you're completely prepared and know exactly what to do next time you need to schmooze at a party. And who knows, that person may actually end up investing in your company if nothing else.